Alrighty, here we go. I'm setting up a wide shot, ready to do a 3-shot stand-up. The first shot again is going to be wide. Now I'm using a light stand to figure out what my height's going to be so I can later zoom in, focus, and pull out and know while standing away from the camera how tall I really am. I know. There you go. Sure, it takes a couple of minutes, but in the end it's going to save a lot of time. Imagine trying to do this without knowing how tall you are, or even if you're not in focus.
There, camera's there, boom, boom, boom. Get our prop.
Almost there. Now I'm actually going to zoom in, focus, and pull out.
Where is it? There I am.
Now I'm making sure I'm in focus, getting wide, cropping the wine on the left, and also that computer there deep on the left. I want it to be perfect. Oh yeah. And when you work in TV, you tend to talk to yourself a lot.
Alright, we got the wine in the foreground, boxing off with the computer monitor.
A lot.
Okay, there we go.
6 minutes have gone by. Now I'm double checking my prop and putting the light stand down, so obviously it's not in the shot. And once again, I'm checking my copy on my phone, because in setting all this up, I forgot what I wanted to say.
The owners have made over 300 batches of wine. That's 1,800 gallons, 9,000 bottles.
And notice I say the entire stand-up. This is going to be very important later on.
These guys have made over 300 batches of wine. That's 1,800 gallons, 9,000 bottles.
Now, when I check the first one, way too wide. So now it's going to take 2 more minutes to zoom in, swing around, and do it all over again.
These guys have brewed more than 300 batches. That's 1,800 gallons, 9,000 bottles.
Alright, this one's better, but I'm pretty picky. 1 more minute's going to go by because now I'm running back again, zooming in, and then running all the way around and shooting 1 more.
These guys have made more than 300 batches. That's 1,800 gallons, 9,000 bottles.
Now finally, it's time for the cutaways, the simplest kind of TV magic. Now here's a median of me grabbing the bottle. Notice I'm getting both myself in and out of frame so that no matter what I do, I've got matched action. A total of 11 minutes have gone by. Now time for the money shot, the big reveal, the labels on the wine bottle. Now I'm trying to keep the bottle very close to my chest because I need a tight cropped background for this to cut with the medium shots. My shirt provides that background, granted I don't reveal my arms or anything. So now I can see the bottle through the flipped LCD screen, and I'm focusing the camera in a backwards motion because I'm actually in front of it instead of behind it. Just about 15 minutes have gone by. Now, because I don't remember which way I turned the bottle in the wide shot, I'm going to make sure I do several takes and turn the bottle each way. So now I'm out of the field and in the edit bay, now cutting my 3 shots.
Very rewarding. These guys have made more than 300 batches. That's 1,800 gallons, 9,000 bottles.
There's a mistake. Shot 2 and 3 are way too quick. It's a jump cut. The reveal of the wine bottle label cuts in front of me pulling out the bottle. The action happens too quickly. I know better and shouldn't be making this mistake. But I shot a safety. That wide shot can be a 4th shot that gets me out of this.
Very rewarding. These guys have made more than 300 batches. That's 1,800 gallons, 9,000 bottles.
So once again to recap, it took between 15 to 20 minutes to shoot this 4-shot stand-up. If you didn't want to be fancy, you've got 2 other options. One, you could stick with the safety, the wide shot. A second one, you could probably jump from the wide shot to the label tight shot, and it would probably only take you about 10 minutes.
And one more quick tip for you. Sometimes you may find yourself without a light stand. So here's what you do to still be able to film your stand-up. Do what I do, and I do something crazy. I actually take off one of my shoes, put them exactly where I'm going to stand, come back to the camera, I tilt down, zoom all the way into the shoe, pull my focus, zoom out, and then pretty much guess kind of where my head's going to be. I then lock the camera down, both pan and tilt. Then I flip the LCD screen back around so I'll be able to see myself in the camera as I'm standing where my shoe is. And that's when I try and eyeball where my head is in the LCD screen to see if I have to adjust for headroom or not. Typically, I usually do a little bit, but again, this is just one more very slight tilt down usually, just kind of like, it'll feel like a centimeter or two, and I will be right where I want to be. And here's why I use a shoe instead of some other object that I might have with me, like my keys, an umbrella, or something random from my car. It is simply because I will never, ever, ever forget to go back and get my shoe. Because during this stand-up, all I'm doing is walking around with one shoe off, one shoe on, and it feels really weird, like the entire time. And also too, if it's during the summer, the concrete is really hot. And I do this because I had heard enough stories in various newsrooms from colleagues where they would set their keys down. And when they were going back after their stand-up and they were spot checking it exactly like they're supposed to, they would get a call from their assignment desk or a producer, looking for an update, or they were being rerouted, and they would just forget to go back and grab the thing that they had be the placeholder for them in the rush to get the gear back to the car and go get the other story or get back to edit, whatever the purpose was. So again, I know it's wacky, but I use my shoe because I will literally never forget to go back and get it.